What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everything Wrestling. Today we will be going back to War Games, WCW War Games 1997, and we are recreating that moment where Flair got smashed in the head by Curt Henning with the cage. So if you remember, this was the point where they had Mongo chained to the gate. Chained to the cage. They had Benoit chained to the cage, and they threatened to smash Flair heads in with the gate. Mongo basically said, "You guys need to stop this," or something to that. I can't remember the exact words, but something like "you need to stop" or something like that. And basically, referee took that as a submission. But then Perfect ended up walloping Flair in the head with the gate after that, and that was pretty much the crossover or the cross that Curt Henning went from the Four Horsemen to the NWO. So now that you got the backstory, let's get to the scene. So y'all know how this works. Let me take you into the action. Alright, so you already know how we did our makeshift War Games cage. If you don't, basically check out our video where we show, I think it was like 2 videos behind this one, where we show the how we converted the Figures Toy Company cage into our makeshift War Games cage. But back to this scene. So as you can see, we used the putty, say use it on photo putty, or I don't know what. Oh, they use art. It's like the art putty type thing, but we use that, as you can see, on the cage, so that would give him some extra leverage. And if you see, he's kind of leaning into it, so you can kind of feel the momentum that he's about to swing with this cage. And then of course we swapped out I forgot which Elite that was that had this head, but we put this one on the old Legends Flair, so we wanted to keep everything kind of as close as possible to the actual event. So remember, he had red tights in that match, but that Flair head is off that WCW Ric Flair with the yellow tights. I can't remember which Elite series that was. And then of course in the cage, but we didn't get too much of that scene. You see Mongo in the background back there. Because we wasn't with the shot, you couldn't really see him. I didn't bother attaching him to the cage or handcuffing him to the cage, but I gave you the appearance that he was attached to the cage. So one less piece of work. And then of course we got Conan, who was a part of that War Games match. Kevin Nash, part of that War Games match. And Six. And then, you know, the other person that was in that match was Buff. But of course, we don't have a Buff. We need to get one, but we don't have one. So he's missing from the match. But yeah, so like I say, another simple shot, but with all the elements, it gives you a way of showing different perspective. So this was more of a perspective shot, and like I said, depending on how you turn your camera, either way, you see from here, and this is pretty much if I was shooting from this angle, you see a little bit of the other audience in the, the back. You see your Mongo, but you can tell like they're watching on. But again, our focal point is Curt Henning and Ric Flair. So that is, put you back up here. So that kind of basically concludes that shot. And obviously, if you stay tuned towards the end, you will see the finished product. But I'm going to also include all the shots that I did, because basically I kind of did a little slide series of this one. So I did 3 different shots where you pretty much where he set him up, attempted to get ready to push the cage to him, and then the the actual movement of the cage to his head. So stay tuned to the end and you will see that finished product. Other than that, basically, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got some new stuff coming. You see, we've been putting some work in, cranking them out. But we got one last Halloween Havoc series coming. And we have we'll be moving on for November with Survivor Series. I know a lot of you guys probably be waiting on that one because we're going to go back with that. And then, of course, Saturday Night Main Event. And y'all know I say it often, but that was one of my favorite events. But we also will be focusing on other pay-per-views also. So a lot going on and just trying to get it to you. But other than that, stay safe out there. Stay blessed. And I'll catch you on the next go around. Y'all take care.